Legendary just doesn't do certain individuals justice. For a person like Harry Houska, there must be a category beyond legend. Few, if any, have been greater lifetime winners in their particular sport than this Bobcat. Winning in wrestling is all Houska knew, and doing it with his trademark toughness was the only way he knew how. He was All-Ohio in high school, a MAC champ at Ohio University, a PanAm gold medal winner, and went to the World Championships. As a coach, he captured 11 MAC titles and was a League Coach of the Year 5 times and touched countless lives. After graduating from Parma High, it was off to Athens in 1961. It proved to be the right choice.
Senior year at Parma, the assistant coach was Steve Rudo. Steve was probably the main influence. I went to OU. Steve went to OU, was a 3-time conference champ here in wrestling. Wound up having a great, successful high school career at Parma Valley Forge.
Match time was Houska time. He didn't lose a duel as a Bobcat.
I had the same kind of success in college as I had in high school. I had a lot of 30-second pins in college and in high school. At that time in high school and college, I was interested in taking somebody down, putting them right on their back, and I really believed in going for back points. I wasn't interested in watching grass grow. I was more interested in watching somebody get put on their back. And pretty much that went into my coaching philosophy too. I think one of the things that helped me a lot at coming into college is I got involved with one of my teammates in high school. He was a national weightlifting champion. So I got into a good weightlifting program actually pretty much during my senior year, and didn't pay off pretty much until I got to college. So when I went into college, I started off, but I was pretty physical coming into college.
Legend doesn't do him justice, and saying he was tough doesn't either. He took being tough to a whole new level.
I remember going to OU as a freshman. Freshmen weren't allowed to participate on the varsity, so your freshman year, basically you sat out. I remember one match which I got some press in, was first couple days of practice. I was in the room, and I can barely see without my glasses. I'm having a hard time with the lights right now. But I was warming up, and I had a big guy jump on top of me. And after that, I said he wanted to know if I wanted to go a match, and I said sure. And so I wrestled this guy and disposed of him pretty quickly. After he ran out of the room, I asked Fred Schleicher, he was the wrestling coach at OU, who was that guy? Fred goes, that was the football coach at OU. I said, oh. The head football coach is Bill Hess. He wrestled for OU. He was second in the state in a high school out of Columbus and wound up winning the national football championship in AA that year. I also had Bill Hess for a coaching course a few years later, which he made me stand up in class and told me I was the only one in the class that was going to flunk.
The only 3 losses he had as a Bobcat came in the NCAAs. In '63, he was the national runner-up at the 177-pound class, and a year later, he was the national champion at 191.
I wrestled in the MAC and went undefeated in the MAC. Won the conference at 3 different weights, and had one match. My toughest opponent probably in my dual meet career was a wrestler from Toledo, Merle Solomon. Merle was 3rd or 4th in the country at heavyweight, so both of us were undefeated in the conference. Going to our senior year, whatever, and that was the last match. I beat him in the final duel, and I beat him in the conference finals. And he wound up taking 3rd that year in the NCAA at heavyweight. I didn't place. I was seeded 4th my sophomore year, but did not place. My junior year, I took 2nd. My senior year, I won the NCAA, beat a Jack Briscoe in the finals. Jack's only loss in the entire career. He's from Oklahoma State. Was my match. During the NCAA tournament, I think I pinned 3 out of 4 wrestlers, and the other one was a shutouts.
And he shined on the national and international level.
The Olympic trials were held at the Singer Bowl up at the World's Fair. I'd Singer Bowl in New York. I'd gotten into the finals, the finals and lost in the last 10 seconds on a penalty point. I had pinned pretty much everybody going into the finals, and all I needed was a draw, which it was. The score was tied going into the last 10 seconds. I got a penalty point, lost by a point to the only wrestler to win a medal in the Olympics in '64. In the PanAm Games, I was voted outstanding wrestler by the media. I had four first period falls. I wrestled a Cuban in the finals. The Cubans were pretty tough overall. Actually, they beat the United States for the team championship. U.S. was second.
Then he went from being a wrestling Bobcat to the head coach of the Bobcats. MAC titles, All-Americans, and top 10 NCAA tournament finishers followed. His toughness on the mat translated to his ability to lead and inspire as a coach.
Bill Rohr hired me as the head coach after Fred Schleicher retired. And I remember going into Bill's office and sitting down, and his first sentence was, you're going to be the youngest wrestling coach in the country. And next question, he said, what do you need to win? What will it take to win? He was probably the best athletic director. He was the best athletic director that I've been around. He was straight on. He told you what he could do for you, wanted to know what you needed, and basically go get him. I started my coaching career in the combo. It was the first year the combo was completed. I wanted to develop a championship team. I was never on a championship team in high school or college, so I said one of my goals was to develop a championship team. Wanted to get everybody involved. I could try to get the trainers, the managers, the people in sports information, everybody involved on the same page. And I guess that goes back to because we had some good success. We still hold the record for the most team championships. We have the most national champions here, and we also have the most outstanding wrestlers. But that was the goal. I wanted them to come in the room every day, look at the wall, picture their name on the wall, visualize it, so they can come in here and see themselves as an All-American, national champion, a conference champion, captain of the team, or whatever award I had listed on the board. This was a powerful incentive for them to come back as an alumni and look at the wall and see their name on it, and also the year they won the conference championship. When we won the conference championship, we got everybody on the team got a ring, the sports information, the trainer got a ring, everybody got, so that was a good incentive to win those conference championships, and we've had some good success here at OU.
Harry Houska epitomizes what a Bobcat should be, then, now, and in the future. He isn't just an Ohio University wrestling icon. As a person in his sport and as a person overall, he's a point of pride for the entire state of Ohio.